Hello my crafty friends, welcome back to Cardz TV. This is Mary, and I told you we were going to make a Valentine's card today using the Paisley cartridge. We're also going to use doodle charms, and we're going to be using the Martha Stewart scoreboard. Now if you don't have a Martha Stewart scoreboard, you can use your trimmer with a bone folder and just use the channel of your trimmer for the scoring that we're going to do today. We're going to make a joyfold card. I know I've showed y'all that one before, but it's been a long time and they're lots of fun to make, and it's just a little bit different, and I thought it would be real cute to do one today using this paper that I got from Walmart. This is from Studio G, and it's really cute, perfect for Valentine's Day. It's got lots of swirls and different colored hearts in it and a hot pink background. So our card is going to have this as the main color, and then the base of our card is going to be black. And we're going to be using this adorable little frog from the Paisley cartridge. Now he looks kind of tiny, I know, but I had to cut him this size to go on the front of our joyfold card. So I'm going to get the cardstock cut at the correct size, and we're going to start doing some scoring and get this little card put together, and I'll give you all the dimensions as we go along, but I know it's hard to keep up with it, so make sure and go all the way to the end of the video, because I always have the measurements and all the supplies used at the end of the video, and you can just pause the video and jot them down, and then you'll have them. So let me go ahead and get the cardstock and everything ready, and we're going to put together this cute little joyfold Valentine's card with this adorable little frog. Now for the base of our card, and our card when it's finished is going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card, but for the base I've cut a piece of black cardstock, and this is 7 3/4 this way by 4 1/4, and we're going to go ahead and put it right here in the scoreboard, and we're going to score it at 2 1/4 inches. And this is going to be the base and the front flap of our card. Now there's another side to the front of our card which will also partially be the inside, and that's another piece of black cardstock, and this is 3 1/2 by 7 1/4, and we're going to score this at 4 inches. And I hope you're going to be able to tell what we're doing since this is black. And that's the only score lines we're going to be making. Now this is the base, this is the larger piece, and this was scored at 2 1/4, and this is the front flap. This is the inside and also a front flap. This is 3 1/2 by 7 1/4, scored at 4 inches. And after we get our designer paper put inside here, this will go right inside, and then they'll fold like this. Hope you can see that. Let me turn it sideways a little bit. When I get the paper on here, you'll be able to see it better. And we're going to go ahead and start adding our paper. Let me move the scoreboard and get my ATG gun, and you'll probably be able to see it better then. For the inside of the large part of our card, I've got a piece of this really cute paper, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Let me grab the ATG gun and we'll go ahead and get this put in. And this is going to make the inside of our card where we put our sentiment, you know, our inside sentiment. And once I get this paper on here, it's going to start making sense to you. I know it's hard to see on the black. Everything is just sticking to me so badly today. Okay, now you can see the flap better, can't you? Now, we've got two pieces for our flap. We've got for the inside and the outside, and these are both cut at 2 inches by 4 inches. So we're going to go ahead and put those on. Here we go. We'll go ahead and put this one on the inside. This card goes together really, really fast. And it looks like it would be hard to make, but it's not hard at all. Once you get your dimensions down and get everything cut and scored, it's really simple. Now this is going to go on the inside of our flap. And this will go on the outside. And we'll have the first part of our card base. Then we're going to go ahead and cover the other part and then put them together, and you'll be able to see then exactly how it goes together. And you can see how fast it's going. Okay. Now for this part, for this front flap and the inside of the front flap, I've cut two pieces at 3 by 3 1/4, and I'll go ahead and get those adhered to the outside and the inside. Love this hot pink and black with a little touch of white and red. Just really makes it pop. Okay, now we'll put this one on the inside here. And then we're going to put these two pieces together. I don't know why it's called a joy fold. I've never known that. The first time I saw one was over at Split Coast Stampers. Okay, now the piece that's going to go right here is 3 1/4 by 3 3/4, and we'll go ahead and get that in, and we've almost got our card put together, our whole base. Okay, see, this folds like this folds like this, and what we're going to do is put adhesive on the back of this one, and it's going to go right in here, and our card will fold just like this. It's going to be really cute. So we'll just close this up, flip it over to the black, and we're just going to center this on the inside so that it's in the center, horizontally and vertically. And that's how simple it is to put together a joy fold card. Now you're probably thinking, well, look at that, it's not going to stay shut. I'm going to show you what we're going to do about that, so it will stay shut. But first, let me show you the little images that we're going to be adding to our card. And I told you we used Doodle Charms and the Paisley cartridge. In the Paisley cartridge, I showed you this adorable little frog. I love him. Now, I had to cut him kind of small because he's going to go right there on the front of the card. And he's on page 36. I cut the back of him out of black, so it shows through for his little smile. Then this part of him I cut out of the green. You can see that. And then I used some of the solid hot pink, which is layer 2 right there, and cut the heart that goes on his little belly there. And I used 2 small sized Google eyes. It shows cutting out some white to go around them and all, but I didn't care for that. I like the Google eyes better. And I didn't cut, let's see, the little pink for the belly part either. I didn't care for that either. I thought he was much cuter like this. But I cut him, the 2 layers and the heart, at 1 3/4 inches, and that's on page 36 in the Paisley cartridge. Now I wanted to put him on an action wobble, but he's so small I couldn't cut the action wobble down small enough and have it still work. It would have cut into the coiled part of it, but that would have really been cute, wouldn't it? But we're going to put him on the front of our card, and we'll go ahead and put him on some foam tape. Now in the Doodle Charms cartridge, I told y'all this was my favorite heart because it's got that beautiful white laciness for the shadow. I love that. I went ahead, I cut out the heart in 3 sizes, and 2 of them I used, was it 2 of them? Yeah. No. I've got to look at this. I used the flip feature on 2 of them. Yeah. The larger one and the smaller one were done on flip. Now the large heart I cut at 1 3/4 inches, the pink part, and then the white, it's 1 3/4 inches, and it's the shadow, and that's the heart on page 85. And this one was done on flip because I wanted the smaller part towards the left side of the card. Now the smallest heart I cut at 1 inch, and I used flip on it as well, and that's also, the white part is the shadow. And this medium-sized heart I cut at 1 1/4 inches, and this one is not on flip. It's just on the regular cut. That's page 85 in the Doodle Charms cartridge. Now we're going to get some foam tape on the back of our frog and also on the hearts. We're only going to put 1 thickness on the frog. I think what we're going to do, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about the sentiment. I used one of the new Valentine sets from Cardz TV. This is Hugs and Kisses, and we're using the sentiment, Kiss Me. So I thought that was so cute for that little frog. But we're going to go ahead and we'll put the heart on 1 thickness of foam tape and the frog on 2 because they're going to be layered. And we're going to use this medium-sized heart right here. This is going to be on 2 thicknesses of foam tape, and this is going to act as our closure to keep our card closed. And then this one's going to go up here just for fun. So let me go ahead and get all the foam tape on there, and we'll get all this stuck down. We're only going to put the foam tape on 1 side of this heart, and it's going to act as a closure. We'll just take this and tuck it under, and it will hold it because it's only going to have that foam tape on 1 side, and it'll be 2 thicknesses. So we'll go ahead and get that on. Here's our finished card, guys. I decided to go ahead and have this be part of the closure too. So we've got our 1 inch heart, our 1 1/4 heart, and our 1 3/4 heart. And our cute little frog who was cut at 1 3/4 inches, and we used the Doodle Charms cartridge and the Paisley cartridge to cut our images out. Our paper is from Studio G, and that's the Walmart brand. You get 6 sheets, I think it is, for 97 cents. And our sentiment came from Cardz TV, Hugs and Kisses, and that's Kiss Me. I think it turned out so cute. I love that. I'm going to give this to one of my grandkids. I think they'll like it. They all love frogs. Love to go around saying, ribbit, ribbit. Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. See you again tomorrow. Bye now.